Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Minna and this is a channel about knitting and sometimes about other crafts as well. In this video I am going to talk about my Schoppel Wolle knits and the repairing they need. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I am drinking tea and yeah. Let's get started. Lately I've been thinking about recycling and what I knit and for why, and do I use my knits, and all things with this same theme. Is my knitting sustainable? Is my clothing sustainable? And things like this. And I realized I knew that I knit a lot, but what I realized is that I am not using all of my knits, or I use some of them a lot and some of them almost not at all, and there is also some kind of medium section of the knits that get somewhere. And I think that's not ideal. I would like to have a wardrobe that has only stuff that is wearable, that I like and that I like to wear. And also in terms of knitting and that sustainability train of thoughts, I thought I want to fix those that I am not wearing, because of course there is always a reason why some knits get kind of left out. Also, silly coincidence, I had 3 Schoppel Wolle, butchering the name here. I'm going to use Zauberball. I know Zauberball is only one name of that brand, but anyway, it somehow is easier for me, and probably that's not going right way also either. Anyway, I was telling that I have 3 sweaters knitted with Zauberball yarn, and they are in the category that they are kind of nice, but there is something. And I'm going to fix them. And I'm going to show you the knits and so my plans how to fix them. And later on there is going to be another video about the fixed garments. I have to mention, I really love that brand's yarn. I love the colors. They have biodegradable nylon in their yarns. And this scarf is also knitted with their yarn. I think this yarn is edition 6. It is 100% superwash extrafine merino virgin wool, and it is soft and you can really feel it. And and look at the colors, I mean seriously. So it is a waste of yarn and waste of time and waste of everything to knit something really beautiful and have it unfitting or so. So I'm going to fix them. The first item I do not have here, so I'm going to add picture. I knitted this at the beginning of this year. The original thought was to make a top and use it as a layering piece. And I knitted the top, and then really soon I realized it doesn't go together with anything I own, with my other clothes, like nothing. And I thought it's too pretty to become just a warming piece. So later on I added sleeves and I'm stumbling with this word every time. Neckline? Yeah, neckline. And the yarn in the body is lace ball color Aldebaran 2402, and it comes in 100 grams skeins with 420 meters of yarn. It is 75% virgin wool and 25% biodegradable nylon. The sleeves are made with different yarn. It is made lace ball 100, and the difference to the lace ball is that lace ball 100 is 100% virgin wool, so no nylon or anything else. And the color is red to go 2305, and it comes in 100 gram, did I say skein by the way earlier? Well, ball, in a ball and with 800 meters of yarn. So there's plenty of yarn, and I mixed the yarn because it's really lace weight. I mixed it with IceYarns SuperKidMohairComfort, which comes in 30 gram skeins with balls with 360 meters, and it contains, and here's the list, 41% mohair, 11% merino, 23% viskoosi, it's on the screen, 23% polyamide, and 2% of elastaani. So there's a whole lot of stuff. But it's soft, it's really thin. I'm going to show you. This is something I have left. So yeah, it's really soft and also really thin. So I mixed these two, and this I actually have here another ball of that red to go. So these are in the sleeves, and also in the neckline. And I was quite pleased with my repairments until I realized that the whole top or sweater is a little bit too cropped for my taste. Yeah, it could go with skirts or dresses, or actually I meant dresses. Oh. Anyway. But the harsh truth is that I don't wear that many dresses, even though I kind of would like to, but I'm just not. So I think it would be wasting the shirt to only wear it like a few times per year. So I thought the fixing for this is to knit a ribbing. As simple as that. And the bottom of the hem at the moment is it's only folded and seamed there, and boy was that tedious work. So I could unravel it, but I think I would be sad to lose all that work that I did so cautiously. And also I'm a bit afraid that it might leave a line where it's folded. So I'm just going to pick the stitches from somewhere there and knit, I don't know, 8 to 10 centimeters of hem, and that should do it. It should make a wearable shirt. And yeah, the colors would be something like this, but not this, not that red stuff. I think I'm going to take something some dark parts of this yarn. And also it is worth mentioning that in the body part of that sweater there is not... Okay, stop. I had 2 skeins of that Aldebaran colored yarn, 100 gram skeins, but I didn't use all because when I looked the skein like this, it looked pretty red and quite dark to me, as the body part looks. But when I got further into the ball, there was some really light grey parts, like almost white, grey, different shades of grey, and it didn't go with my plan or my vision of the, well, at the time, top that I was making, so I just cut them off. So I didn't have the whole 200 grams. There is maybe, I'd say I used 80 grams per skein, and it's really lace weight yarn, so there's a whole lot of yarn, but it didn't give me any more length because I think I used all of it except the grey parts. And what was the point with telling this? Yeah, the coloring. Yeah, so these are the colors, some of these lighter ones, because this is the yarn that I used for the sleeves with this one. In the sleeves I used a bit also these lighter colors because this kind of muted them a little bit, so it didn't scream so pinkish things. So yeah, however, because the hem is so dark at the moment, I want to keep it also dark, so I'm going to pick some of these more, I don't know, maybe plum colored, or those brownish reds, something like that. And yeah, shirt number 1, fixed plan is, I think that's decent fixing plan. Also, I suppose I could mention that I did not have a pattern to knit the top. I didn't have a pattern to knit the sleeves or how to make the neckline, and especially taking that into consideration, I think the end result is really pretty and somehow chic. I think not everything I knit definitely is not chic, but that is. Yeah, number 2, second sweater. Back in springtime this year, I was really inspired by, I don't know, by Instagram and knitters in YouTube making all summery and spring colored things, and I thought that I must have something as well. So I don't wear a lot of pastel colors or light colors, I think, but for some reason when I saw this is, I think, also lace ball. This is lace ball 100, so I tried to, and there is also greens and blues and this pink, and yeah, well, it looks like candy. Yeah, it's lace ball 100, color Rays of Light 2357, and yeah, it's 100% virgin wool. And I mixed it with IceYarns SuperKid Mohair, which is, and this is extremely small and like printed badly, 31% superwash extra fine merino wool, 47% SuperKid Mohair, and 22 or 22, must be 22% of polyamide, 25 grams, 235 meters. So it's also really soft, and it's also really really thin. So these two mixed together, I knitted a flax sweater. It is patterned by Tin Can Knit, and I've never knitted one before, and I have to actually check if there is some neck shaping in the pattern. I think there is, and I'm not sure if I made them or not, but I think, well, for whatever reason it stays a little bit too high up for my taste in the back. Yeah, the sweater is kind of pretty. I mean, yeah, I like the fabric. It's also really, really soft. But for some reason I decided to make cropped sweater and sleeves that end into your elbows. Yeah, time showed that it is not convenient. I don't wear that type of shirt. I don't know what would be the weather to wear it, so it needs fixing. So, fixing plan. I have these yarns. I have these yarns, and maybe also some bits of this from here and there, because I was optimizing the coloring thing, so I've been cutting and adding yarns so that the colors go nicely. And also I knitted it using the method helical knitting, which means that you have two skeins or two colors, or even not skeins, why am I talking about skeins all the time, 2 balls of yarn, and you knit first one round with one yarn, and you don't knit, there is not going to be a seam because you stop this round 3 stitches before the next yarn, and then you just wait. Yeah, then you pick up those 3 stitches without knitting, you leave that yarn there, and then you continue with that next yarn, knit there, and once again leave 2 stitches behind, pick them, so there is not going to be seam. And I've knitted that flax sweater so that I picked, for example, I can't remember how the colors go, but I know there is some yellow in the neck. So first there is only yellow color, but then I started doing this helical thing with, let's say, pink or whatever the color is there. So it is striped, even though it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think I kind of deceives you. It looks like it's only one yarn that like really gradually changes color, but there is actually, well, 2 colors mixed together. So I have to check the colors from here and here, and I have to cut my yarn to little bit pieces and check if I have enough yarn and fitting colors for the sleeves and for the hem. And also to fix that back part, because I think, I'm not sure if I have picture of that, but I think it stays too high, like, I'm not sure if you can see, but, and because it's so loosely fitting, I look like I'm wearing a letter A, and it looks like this, and also this stays somewhere here. I'm not sure if that was a good explanation at all. Anyway, it's too short from the back, so I think I am going to knit the back part just longer than the front. I know it's not going to fix it. I mean, the fit will probably look a bit, well, same, but I think it will help a little bit if I just make it longer. At least I'm going to try. Yeah, that's plan for that sweater. And then the third one, and that I have here. It is actually same pattern than this, Anna Johanna's budding. In the pattern there is option to make a cardigan or make a sweater, and I couldn't decide what I want. I was kind of going for the cardigan, but I wasn't sure. So I have the sticking place here, but for some reason these colors told me told me that they want to be a sweater, so I wore it as a sweater for some time, and there were few problems. First of all, the sleeves were a little bit tight, but I have already blocked this again, and they are now a little bit wider, so I think that was fixed, which is nice, because making sleeves bigger in some sweater surgery would be, I'm not even sure. I don't want to go there with this anyway, so yeah, that one is solved. And I decided that this should be a cardigan. So it needs sticking, button band, buttons, and also maybe, just maybe, this pattern has quite wide neck opening, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, so I might make that opening a little bit smaller, but I don't want the thing to go too high from the front, so let's see what I'm going to do. Yeah, anyway, but however, buttons, and it's going to be cardigan, and that's that. And the yarns here, I'm going to have to cheat. Well, now I'm not sure which one is which, but there is Zauberball Gracie, colors Route 66, number 2311, and color Sanduhr, color number 2332. And this Zauberball Crazy comes in 100-gram balls, and there is 420 meters. It is 75% wool and 25% nylon. And also in the hem there is a little bit of Finnish wool, Finnish grey wool. It is Pirtin kehräämö. I think it's just a sheep grey karstalanka. I think it's carded yarn, so it's quite, there is a ball. It comes in skeins, but I have it on a ball at this point, so yeah, it's a little bit, rustic, maybe a little bit prickly, but I don't think, it doesn't matter because it's here in the hem. But anyway, so for the button band, because I don't have these colors left at all, and I don't want to buy more yarn, so I try to go with what I have. So that I have this and more in the cupboard. So I might fix something with this, because I'm not sure will it look odd if there is gray in the middle. I don't know. I could, because I have these yarns. This is the same edition 6, I think, and this is Tante Emma, color number 2361. So there is some, well, not the reds, but the more, okay, I'm going to show this to you. And it's all messed up. Well, not all, but some. So I could use those more violet or purple parts. I think those would go with the colors that are here. So maybe if I'm doing some sort of well, really subtle striping, okay, you can see, and the process is not full done, but something with those two, or then just with the gray. And I have no thoughts about the buttons yet. I think the time will show. I have some buttons. I think I have some basic black and light brown, and maybe some dark brown, like wood colored buttons, but nothing too fancy. Oh, well, this is quite busy, so I'm not sure if this needs any too colorful or fancy buttons, but who knows. I like also more is more kind of detailing. Anyway, I have a plan. It's going to be a cardigan. So fixing all these is my next project, and I'm going to make another video about how my repairing work went. And also I would like to make some kind of inventory to actually hold my whole wardrobe, not only the knits, but to my whole wardrobe, and see what I use and what I don't. And also I have to check my other knits as well, because these are not the only ones that have some little things that are perfectly fixable. And also I have to say, because I know not all the people like this kind of repairing or fixing, but I think in terms of knitting I might be a bit more process knitter than project knitter, which means that I enjoy the process of knitting more than, or in general, that is more important to me than getting stuff done or getting this particular shirt that I've picked yarn. And yeah, so, but in a way I think I'm a little bit both. I also, at least nowadays, I want to knit one project at a time before I start new one. So yeah, at least right now I feel good about this. And I'm pretty sure if I got this fixed, I feel even more good, because I have 3 new pieces of knitwear that I can use. So good for me. Okay, see you later, and thanks for watching.